Here's a Skunk2 Ultra Street manifold for a key series. This is an unplanned video. We figured might as well make a video of us sharing how we clean up or doing a cleanup on the intake manifold, because the owner sent us this RBB K24 head for part work and then decided to have his Skunk2 Ultra Street manifold, this one, get cleaned up. So this way is gonna be good with the head, and of course we told him part matching is already free. So if he wants the extra work, gave him a combination price for just the cleanup. So went for it. Let's go. So a local customer sent us his RBB head and the Ultra Street manifold. We'll talk about the customer himself on the video for the K24 RBB head, because we're making the video for that. We're doing port work, and so he decided, because I told him there's a combo price for a cleanup on the manifold because port matching is already free. So on port work, so he decided to go for it. And here you can see that it's actually, the casting is pretty clean and good, but that cleaning it up will give it even better efficiency. So let's start. Let's click the phone here. All right. Yep. Now start with the carbide, just to make sure, remove all the casting flash and also some of the bumps and ridges. On the casting, there's always a dot on each runner, so we gotta clean that up. It's on the base of the velocity stack, as you can see there at the bottom. So it's gonna get cleaned up with the carbide before we go with the sanding roll. So it's gonna get good like this. So you can actually feel the bumps, or the core shift, and this is the chance to clean it up. This way, when you go with the 80 grit, it doesn't take too long to get clean and good. Here, let's look at it close. Yeah, so you can see the bottom of the stack at the base at 6 o'clock. There's a round dot from the casting, so that gets cleaned up a little later. You'll see. All right. So now we gotta do a few more passes and then show you here. It's gonna get clean. Now here, a few more passes. So now it's good. So it's time for 80 grit. Here we are, 80 grit. Yes, keep going. Okay, we gotta speed it up so it doesn't get too boring. Yes, with the 80 grit, coming from the carbide cut to the 80 grit, you can actually feel a lot of bumps and ridges, so it helps you clean it up good. This way, when you jump to 120 grit, you'd still feel some bumps and ridges, but they are the smaller ones, and that you clean it up in a good, in a good pattern consistently. Here you can see the dot, or the ridge that's shaped like a dot or a round circle at the bottom of the base of the velocity stack around 6 o'clock on the view here. It's still there, but it's slowly going away. You can see there, you can see at the bottom at around 6 o'clock on the base of the velocity stack. It's gonna get cleaned up, but yep, even the roof side is good now. Yep. So a few more passes on this, and then we can go to the next grid. Here we are, we did a few more passes. You can see it's a lot cleaner. It's still 80 grit. And we're also doing a members only video for the hardcore. We're showing you here how we get it all super consistent on each runner. Yup, you can check it out on the members only. All right, here after cleaning it up, we show you the initial stages. That's the tool that we use, the outside caliper. Yep. Now we go back to the porting bench because it's all cleaned up. We already got to inspect what needs to be done. So we gotta make a few more passes. So you can still, the bottom side of the stack is still there, the ridges. But we also cleaned up the outer perimeter of the velocity stack with a carbide. Just a few touch. So this way, when we go continue spreading out, expanding the path where we're going with the sanding roll, is gonna be really good. So this is the 80 grit. We're expanding this because there's a ridge there at the bottom. So we're trying to make sure it's all gone. This way, when you go with the 120 grit, it's gonna be easier, because if you don't get rid of it now, it's gonna take forever with the 120 grit. It's gonna be harder. Yes, the aluminum used here is pretty good. It's nice. Well, of course, it's brand new, but we still use the spray lube, as you can see here, halfway through. Showing you now. All that. Yes, we continue this so that we can remove the carbide marks, and then we can continue keep going smooth. The more passes you make with the 80 grit, the smoother it gets. So here it is. Just a few more. We actually did the outer lip of the velocity stack. We sanded it a bit. So let's continue. Gotta spray more now. Yep, now it's 120 grit. As you can see, it's gonna get smoother. It's gonna have a dull finish, but that's the good one. But of course, it's still, we have to use a lot of ethyl alcohol mixed with soapy water lube. Just like what we do here. As you can see, it's cleaning it up good. Because without the lube, you would tend to finish the sanding roll real quick. It won't last that long. Because the abrasiveness is eating it up to get it out, to get the material out. But it's damaging it rather than the surface like this. Look. See, and plus, the surface finish is good with a lot of, the lubricant that we used, the mix that we did is pretty good. All right. Now we continue here. We did some more, but you can see there's a lot of debris or dirt all over. So, yep, that's because we're using the spray lube. So now we continue, lube some more. So this is the second pass of the 120 grit. You're gonna see it's gonna get cleaner and cleaner. And it's gonna get nicer. Basically, that's the same thing we do with the cylinder head. The lube is really important for the sanding roll to get a good finish like this. Because without it, it'll just, not that it won't look good. The other problem is it'll have dark spots and unequal finish or unequal shine or glare, and makes you think that, it's not equal, it's not good. So the spray lube is really, really important. As you can see, thankfully for the time lapse, it quickly shows us how clean it gets, mainly because of the assembly lube. The spray lube. Sorry, my bad. So this is 80 grit again. It's just helping us, clean up the velocity stack entry. Yes, it's gonna get good like this. Speed it up. Yep, it's this one. Alright, then we invert it. Okay, wait, oh no, it's gonna be hard. So let's use the vise, because it's moving around. So here, see, like I said, this angle is quite difficult. I have to keep moving the stand. So it's okay, but it just takes double work. So it eats up the time that we could have rather than showing you guys the work. Yes, oh, it's getting good now. All that. And actually, the important thing with the spray lube is because it gets the finish like this clean, you could actually see if there's unequal or unevenness on the curve or the contours of the velocity stack. You can easily fix that. So let's go back to the working bench or the porting bench. Here you can see that. Oh, that looks so good. Yep. And the funny thing is, this is just to complement the port work that the customer went for the RBB head. So this is like he did this like this was just a might as well, Here a few more passes. Now it's still clean. Yep, this is so good. It's gonna get so good. A few more passes, and here we actually use this to make sure every port entry or runner entry is consistent. Yep, let's wash this up. Let's take it to the porting bench, or the clean bench, sorry. Look at that. Looks so good. And the dark dots, they're just like, the porous on the casting. Yes. We actually ported, cleaned it up all through and through, but the side of the head or towards near the flange, we left 1/2 inch of it untouched. This way, it'll let us, port match it perfectly when the head is done. Wait, let me, oh, sorry. Wait, let me clip the phone. It's gonna be hard with one hand. Here, all right. Let me show you here. Oh, look at those entry. Here, we left the 1/2 inch near the flange untouched. This way, when the RBB head or the K24 head is done porting, we can port match this perfectly to the head. So this is gonna be so good. So this is just an interim video because we're actually porting the head, so we're making a video of that. This was just a might as well make a video to share to you guys on how we clean it up. So it's pretty good. All right, when it's done, you can of course click here